Fabulous. So within the furry fandom and being a furry, there are sometimes regrets. Yes, I realise I can't say the word correctly as I have a speech impediment, making everything with R words come out as W. Just bear with me, please. I had to teach myself how to talk, you know. Easy, it's not. But yes, regrets. Now, for this video, what I'm going to talk more so about is Fursona and Fursuit regrets. So I apologise that I'm not going to go into, like, drama today that, oh, my furry regret is joining the fandom because it's so toxic. No, I won't talk about that today. I did that recently. So let's talk about some regrets that come with a fursuit and having a Fursona. What's happening to my hair back here? Oh, it's so messy. Having long hair is so hard to deal with. Hey guys, Blazie here. So I don't think I've talked about regrets before. I made a skit video with a bad Dar Man-like thumbnail, which I do absolutely hate. I remember the thumbnail, I do hate that I did all that, but I also don't remember making the video. I really don't. But hey, that's just a skit. This is me now sitting down and having a chat with you guys. Hey, how's it going? You guys doing good? Good. You guys got any regrets? Because I know I do. Becoming a furry YouTuber. It's... Anyway, let's start with Fursona regrets. So, over time, I have made quite a few characters. I have my Digimon character, Nilomon, that you see occasionally on this channel, like me randomly putting his feet on display to cover up copyright stuff. I know it's cringe, but I kind of find it funny. I have Wotik, my Scooby-Doo himbo kind of character. I have Spirit, my Night Fury. And of course, I have Sass. But my main persona that represents me is, of course, VitoFox. This little foxy freak is me. But do I have regrets on that? Well, sure, my design is so extremely basic. I made this in high school and have done 2 changes since then. First was when I got my fursuit. I decided to have orange paws because to me, orange is what represents a fox. So I didn't want to have black paws. Weird, I know, but that's just my thought process. So originally he did have black paws until I got my partial fursuit. And was like, if I just have the black paws and then the orange head, people might not understand that I'm a fox. I don't know. It was a weird thought process. Now I realize it's kind of ridiculous to think like that because people don't even know what I am anyway. I get some weird things sometimes. And then the next thing I changed years later was just how my hair sits, now coming down over my shoulder. That's it. That's it. That's all I've done. Which basically came down because I always just love moving all my hair over my shoulder like this. And then I'm just like, you know what? I like the look of it. Why not just put it on my Fursona? And so, yeah, now it's official. That's all I've done over 15 years or something like that. So, would I change anything else? Well, I do have some regrets. The eye color. Blazie's eye color is blue. That's kind of boring. It's kind of just boring. I think if I could go back and change it, I would make them green or purple or just something different than just boring blue. Like, it's just basic blue eyes to me. But Blazie, you could change it now. Why don't you just do that? Well, it's not like I can't. But then all the artwork I have that has the blue eyes, obviously my fursuit does, and I don't know how I feel about going through and changing all those artworks, changing the eye on my fursuit and all that stuff, or just like accepting my old art is just old art that no longer represents me. And I've kind of just accepted that's just how it is. Pretty much the same with my own eyes with the real human that's in here. My real eyes are just hazel colored. It's really boring. My hair's all orange and hazily, and it's all just one color up there, and it's just kind of boring. I just accept this is how it is. But something else is markings. I know this could be a big thing with Fursonas, is markings, and try to figure that out, and it can be really just a lot trying to figure out markings. Which I understand markings now more than ever. Which the thing at the time during like 2010 era or something like that, God I'm old, was putting paw prints on your Fursona. So I slapped a big old paw print on me, and there we go. There's a marking done. Now, for a long time, I was thinking, oh, I would get that tattooed on me. It's just a big paw print right there. But it's so boring of a tattoo. So many furries have that tattoo. It's just like, eh? And then, yeah, I went and got an Eeyore slapped here instead. So I should maybe change the paw to a donkey. But that is something I regret because it's just so boring and basic on my Fursona. Now I realize the possibilities are endless. I could have made him so cool, but no, let's just be a basic redhead fox that doesn't even have accurate black paws, and it's just boring orange and red, and then give myself white paws and pink paw pads. Why? I don't know. And it's definitely not as cool as what it could have been. I could have been a Nylomon kind of style cool thing. But honestly, Blazie is still a good representation of me. It's just you start seeing more Fursonas and Fursuits and think, damn, I could have been so cool. Because now, let's get into some like Fursuit regrets. I'm sure a lot of fursuiters can understand some of these, especially in this day and age where fursuits are extremely expensive, that, not gonna lie, it's pretty ridiculous. So, a regret is, when it comes to my first fursuit I got back in 2012, it's simply going to the first available maker that also just happens to live in my area. That's a little bit of a regret. Now, maybe that's harsh, but hey, they know what kind of job they did. Trust me, they do understand. Again, being in my area, I would see them often, and they were very new to fursuit making, but at the time, I was scared. I have anxiety, so it's like, I don't know if I want to do something, like, overseas, like, what if it needs repairs? Guess what? It needed repairs. They made like a couple more suits after me, but really not like anything at all. Maybe like 2, maybe, and 3, maybe. And then they kind of disappeared from fursuiting world, besides making like stuff for themselves. So maybe a regret I have is going with them and not going bigger and saving just a little bit more money for a different maker. Maybe I would have gotten more attention, maybe things would be very different if I went with like a different maker or a known maker at the time, and then kind of fit in with the other suitors who also had the same maker and such. Things could be very, very different for me. So I guess the regret is simply not doing my research and really truly looking for makers and such my first time around. But like, it all worked out in the end, so like it's really not that big of a regret in the end. I mean, I can't go looking too gorgeous now, can I? Really, in the end, I'm happy with what I got. Now the question is, do I have a regret with this fursuit? Honestly, same kind of deal, that I could have saved up more and tried a different maker. Honestly, I mentioned it before, but if I was to commission a fursuit now, I would go with leaping lizards. They seem to like specialize in fursuit hairstyles, which obviously I'm all about. It's kind of the one defining feature of me is all this hair. So maybe like a regret is not finding them first before getting this one made. Not that I have a problem with how this one turned out. I'm just saying maybe the possibilities may have been different. But really that is such a small regret in the end. It really is. It's more so now, I don't think I'll be getting a fursuit anytime soon, thanks to how extremely expensive everything is. I just really do not know if I'll have that kind of money ever again. Especially when I am spending up money to pretty myself up with all the tattoos that I'm getting. So, yeah, that's kind of eating up all my money there. Like I worked out, all up, my liking tattoo that I have here was about $2,000. So, you know, that's a bit of money, and then everything all up is around $3,400, which is just $150 shy of what my full fursuit cost. But yeah, it's a lot of money what I'm doing, apparently. But at least it's slowly happening, there are things happening. If this was me getting a fursuit, it'll be a lot of work without anything to show for it for years. Apologies if things move, my camera filled up with memory and such, so I apologize, blah blah blah. But maybe I should try to save up money, because I would really love to know what leaping lizards can do with all this hair and everything. Even if I just got a partial, or just the head made. Maybe. It's all what I'm wearing these days, you know, for these videos, so it could be a possibility someday in the future. But at the same time, probably by the time I get to that point, it's got to be even more expensive. So, Fursuit regrets more so come into maybe I should have saved more money and went with someone else, or, not spend so much money on fursuits when it could have gone towards, I don't know, a house. Maybe I could have a house by now if I wasn't spending it on fursuits and the tattoos. But alas, it's too late for that in the end. And I will have to live with that regret that I am a furry. A dumb one at that, but a furry all the same. Ah well, at least I still look good. So guys, what do you think? Do you have any regrets? Let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to hear any of them. I have a Blue Sky or link down below. I have a PayPal, I have a coffee. If you like what I do, please do consider donating. It truly helps me out. And please do give this video a like and subscribe to my channel because I love you if you do. Hit that bell icon and VitoFox says, be who you want to be. Alright guys, bye for now.